So, so it's been a while since I made a video. I've been, hibernating because it's winter and shit. Because that sucks. Yeah, so we're gonna make a little video about what a little project I'm doing here. So yeah, my pit bike, well, my other pit bike, has since exploded all over the shop. Bits and pieces everywhere. The motor there, and the front end and the rear suspension over there, and spare engine there, spare frame, and then out here is my pit bike frame. So, start. I gotta cut this off. Once I cut this off, I need this. This is taper bearing seat, because pit bikes have different kind of bearings. They have like a bicycle style bearing, top and bottom, and I have a different front end for mine that uses inverted style shocks, and it uses a better lower bearing. But this frame is just, it's my old 110 frame that I modified, and I beat the shit out of it, had my fun with it, and now I'm going to make a new one. So I'm going to start by cutting that off. Yeah. Alright, so cut this lower bearing piece, the taper bearing seat, off of the bottom of this frame where it was welded. Now I'm going to weld it onto this frame. Yeah, you can totally see the difference here between the two frames. If I get down at the same level here, you can see that the silver one, where they're similar here, the silver one's way different in the way the seat mounts, and then it's a lot longer too. Now I've got it sitting on this little piece of 1/8 for reference. It's real hard to see. Might be able to get the camera low enough if I twist it a little. Yeah. Anyway, I've got the two swing arm holes lined up. This is the hole for the swing arm, and this is the swing arm mount hole. So I got that all lined up good. And then if you look here, if I get it lined up, you can see that the head tube on the black frame is actually angled out a lot more than the head tube on the silver frame. And that's one issue I ran into when I had the longer shocks, longer front forks on the black frame here. They stuck out way too far in the front. So being that the silver frame pulls them back a little, that'll be a huge bonus in the way this bike handles. But yeah, so this is the start. We'll weld that cup on, and then we'll make an extended swing arm for it and start building. More to come. Okay, there we go. Need this to focus better. There. Now, let's get the taper bearing cup welded on there. On there. The steering stop. Now, oh wow, that's horrible lighting. There, so that's my inverted style shocks that I got for it. Super long travel. That's why it's a roller bearing welded in. And this guy goes in here. Your steering stop. Yeah, sort of something like that. Get more. Okay, back at her here. And, got the swing arm out here, and cut it here where it needs to be. Yeah, sliced her open there. Come on, focus. There we go. Sliced her open, and what we're gonna do is I cut some more pieces of 1x4. I'm gonna fit them right in there, like that. Now I can't stand this one up because it goes the other way. And this little bracket stops it, but yeah, you get the idea. We weld it together like that, and one extended swing arm. Give me a higher ride height, and well, higher ride height and a little bit better stability. Well, we'll get that all welded together, and after that's done, we can pretty well start assembling this little beast. Because all I really wanted to do was lengthen the swing arm and get the front forks on her. So we'll see how it turns out. Okay, so I just grabbed just a little piece of steel I had laying around here, and clamped her all up here to keep everything nice and straight. An extension in the middle here. I'm going to weld her in. Then after I'm done, I'm going to take a piece of plate and we're gonna gusset it. That way, it's a little stronger than just butt welding it, because, well, let's face it, butt welding it's not that strong. Although it is just a little pit bike, and I'm only, 140 pounds, so probably not even 140 pounds. But yeah, that's my little mock-up, so we'll get her welded up there and then clamp up the other side, and we'll have our a little grind session, and put some gussets on there, and I'll have an extended swinger. Yeah. Alright, so there's the one side there tacked up, and you got the other side all set up there. Just sit her up on some blocks here to get around this shock mount. So yeah, so we'll tack that one, and then we'll give her a weld all the way around. Alright, so I got the other side tacked in place there. And yeah, that's pretty good. It's straight. Now it's 4 inches longer. And yeah, this is like something you guys are thinking of doing. I mean, it's really ain't all that difficult, especially when you have this style metal tubular swing arm. This is just straight 1 inch by 2 inch. Now this is a 16 gauge wall tubing that they use stock. I used believe 16 gauge 062 wall. I believe I used a 100 wall, a little bit thicker. It's just happened to be what I had laying around on the steel rack. And I did this with just the most basic of tools too. A nice square to keep my lines nice and straight all the way around, and a little Sharpie, some file to deburr everything, and then just a standard zip cut wheel, cut them. And then of course I got a grinding wheel here just to clean everything up before I weld it. And then yeah, the clamps and a little straight edge there. Straight edge is nothing more than a piece of tube that, it's fairly straight. It's not perfect by any stretch of the means, but it's straight enough. That and my welder. So anybody wanting to do this, it's really not all that hard. I've done 2 of them now. My other one I wore out this bush in here real bad. This is the one I did before, but I put a Z in this one, sort of like a Z bend, and dropped it 1.5 inches as well. This is 1.5 inches by 3/4 inch. That one, and you can see it's hard to see on the inside here with all the dirt, but there is a gusset on the inside there. Again, it's really hard to see because it's dirty, but you can probably see it better in there on that one. I just put a little gusset, fully welded all the way around, just for some extra strength. And man, that thing worked great. But as you can see, the bushing here and yeah, the bushing there, there ain't nothing left. So this thing, it was riding out of camber on the frame, and it just, yeah, it wasn't right. So yeah, new frame, new suspension, maybe even a new gas tank. I don't know if this gas tank will work on this frame. In fact, I'm pretty certain it won't. Yeah, the mounts don't even, it's not even close to lining up. But this one here, yeah, see, that's the one that goes with that. So I'll have to use that tank. And I doubt my old plastics are gonna work, because the old plastics are they're for this tank. They fit it just properly. But this seat is just, well, you can see. I mean, the seat, it's as thick as my fucking thumb is long, and my thumb ain't that long. So I think maybe we're gonna use new plastics, and the plastics I got in the other shed there, the seat is all ripped and gross. But I think what I'll do is just, the other seat, of course, is just rip this off, and then I'm gonna maybe put another ½ inch or 3/4 inch of foam on top. We'll use some spray glue or something to glue it down, and then put the shit over top, and nice new seat cover. Maybe I can get a girlfriend to make me one, but we'll see.